Good evening everybody and welcome back to Gustav Making Stuff. This is episode 2 on the Enclave helmet, or the X1 helmet, whatever. Now, we are going to continue now when this glass fiber has hardened. Yes, so we are going to start here by marking all the important lines that we cannot cut out, and also the lines we are going to cut out, like that head thing there. And also this back part got a little bit messed up, so we're going to remove all of that. And also don't forget to draw the lines for the eyes here to cut them out properly. We're also going to cut it out from the inside to have some guidelines there. But first, very roughly cut around the neck here. And due to its clay underneath all of this, it will be, don't damaging the head. And the sides here, it can be a little bit tricky, but there's a good way to actually release this is to use an axe. Put it in there and bend it in the sides. And you see, there we have cut it off, and I have removed all of the clay inside there. We're just gonna follow the line for the mouthpiece there, because they're going to be attached a bit inside it. Otherwise, you're gonna keep as much as possible to glue everything else on. And there's going to be a lot of fine adjustments after this, and this took a long time to do. And when I was finished by this and I started to editing for the day, I'm like, I have grinding for several hours, nothing really much to show you, so that's why the delay. So I finished the whole thing instead. And then we're going to take the little grinding mouse here and start to grind everything down here. It's very, very good to use, and in some small place you can actually use the Dremel tool for that also, but it's really doing the deal very, very well. And also this is going to be a little bit rough, but that is what we're going for. You will see later when I paint this thing. And now we're going to clean everything off here. There are going to be still cracks when they have clay and so on. I have not really any good idea to remove it in a good way. So, well, I'm cleaning it as good as I can. You see, like that. After a little bit of fine adjustments, which I'm cutting there, you see it will just be glued on the inside, like that, and then adjusted. And then we're gonna glue on all the little spare stuff, like the side vents there, and the upper cheek vents thingy. You see a little bit of strip of a little bit of craft foam thingy there. A little strip you can take whatever you have around, but they would look like that. And also see I also glued in the eyes back on from the back side. And now we're going to drill all the little holes for the little attachment hoses thingy things, like that one on the head there, and put a little bit of pipe and glue it from the inside. And now we're gonna do the little nose job thingy there also. Glue that back on. You see, it looks fantastic. And also then I realized that the head is too damn small. So I had to extend it a bit. So that's why I'm saying I'm cocked up in the last bit, that you have to extend this more than you think. And that's why I have this little rivet gun. Not rivet gun, but rivet thing to attach this with. And now to fill in the gaps, we'll take this little very dense styrofoam for floor building that you can buy at your local, hardware store. Or let's just gonna take a sandpaper and fix it, all of that. The bad thing is that this cannot be spray painted later on, so we have to fix that, which I will show you how to do. And put more of it, so it will just add up in a good way. You can also use a lot of filler on top of this to make it really, really nice. Which I decided not to do, because, I have better things to do. This is a very good thing to do, but still, I will show you. I will explain to you in a later video why I have better things to do. So now we're going to put that thing in there, and we're going to attach the cable to it. And due to it will dig into your skull, we have to cut it off, and also glue it and then cut it off. It's very hard to film on the inside of this. And now we're gonna make the little back panel hose thingy thing. I have absolutely no idea what this stuff are, what the intention of they are, because they cannot have that kind of many air filters, but whatever. It's the future. They have technology. So we're just gonna glue that, and now we're gonna take this bottle from sporting bicycling thingy and just cut that out. You can have any other bottle. That was just what I find. So now we're going to cut that out by having this little saw, and I will do that off screen like that. And due to this is a bit long, we will now cut this off with a knife and then put it inside there. And now we are taking this paper and put this on this paper-sized craft foam sheet. And now, so you see you have the same size to work with there. And now we're going to make this fold over to make this look very nice. And then put a little bit of a lid inside there. Now it might look a bit strange, but you will soon follow me what I'm doing here. So you see, that is what we're gonna cut out. Looks something like that, and then we are going to cut that out and glue them together like that, and then put the lid inside, and now put them on the side here and glue them, and just make them form around the bottle and the green plastic thingy stuff. And then cut it to make very nice lines. And there's a little crap there, let's remove it. And also to put a little bit of support inside there. It's just a little piece of foam that I had left over. And after that we are going to drill, so we can attach the big hose. And the other hoses gonna be usually cut out on the side there, and we're going to put this 90-degree angle thingy with a little bit of pipe attached, hose attached to it, and also attach the filter on the other side, which is just a little bit of a jar from medicine, and then connect the cable and drill a little hole to connect it. And now we are going to paint this with a very thick black paint here, so we can later on spray paint it on. And do this while it is wet, because then it will be better. And you see, they are painted first black and then into this metal paint. And now we're going to take some black paint and make it sure to it gets into all the little crevices and so on, because it's gonna look really good, because they have been through the apocalypse, so they have been dented and used and kind of damaged, you see. So due to this is glass fiber, it's actually gonna have some imperfections to it, and work with these imperfections instead. They will look very much older and rustier and so on. Also, you can take the wet brown paint and have some little cinnamon in it, and it will look really much like rust. Or you can actually take real rust and grind it up and pour it down into it also. And now we are going to connect everything back again. You can also use a lot of paint to make a little bit of distress to these things, so it will look so good, but they are kind of already been outside for a long time, all these hoses, so you see they are already like dirty, which works in my favor. And you see, like that, and then we're gonna glue back the eye, and you see there we have a very good X1 helmet. You can also improve it by doing lots of stuff, but thank you for watching. I hope this helps for making you build one of your own. Bye.